Hey everybody, LitecoinLeader here. Just wanted to give a little intro before I start my main video because I wanted to let everyone know ahead of time. I mentioned this at the end, but today is one of 4 AMAs that I do every month. And I'm going to be doing an AMA for free on this very channel in about 2 hours when you're watching this, if you're watching the premiere. It's at 8 p.m. Eastern, and it's free to attend. You just go in the chat room and ask a question there. You can post a comment too, but I'm probably only going to be able to see the messages and the comments as they go by. It's going to be 8 to 9 p.m. max. I have a call at 9, but that's one of 4, and I do 4 every month. I do 2 for CryptoConfidential, and the link is below. It's great value. I just saw the March and April editions. They're fantastic. They really build on the beginning of February. I'm going to be doing a special video about that too shortly. Also, like that's 2. The free one is, I do one for free on YouTube every month, and I do one for my Patreons every month. Now, I'm probably going to have to move the schedule of that one because I'm traveling at the end of the month, and also let people know that I'll be in Oklahoma City the last weekend of March, helping out LitecoinLeader and supporting her. She's going to be having a meetup in Oklahoma City. I think it's at her local gun range. The details are at clintonwestwood.net, right at the top. And that's I think we have that's Friday. Saturday is Bitcoin Day, and Lisa's speaking there, so we'll go and support her there as well. But if you just want to bump into us, it's free to attend the meetup on Litecoin Day, which I believe is the Friday, March 25th, 84th day of the year, because Litecoin is 84 coins, 84 million, that is. And that's about it. So we got 4 AMAs. This is one of them this week. I'm probably going to have to juggle around where the Patreon one goes, but we'll figure that out. We always do. So here we go with the main video, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. And welcome back, everyone, to the Bitcoin Business Bureau. I'm your, oops, it's too loud, I'm sure. Here we go again. And welcome back to the Bitcoin Business Bureau. I'm your host, as always, LitecoinLeader. Today we're going to be talking about the executive order that's coming out from the guy allegedly in charge and what he's signing, and it's going to be the talk of the day, I'm certain. So what does it all mean? What do we know? Well, first off, I haven't seen the order because we've only seen a glimpse. Apparently something was posted on the US Treasury website and quickly taken down, but the Winklevoss twins, I'm not sure which one, but one of them said it looks good, we like it, and it's a path towards regulation. But I'm going to go over what we know, and then I'm going to go over my thoughts. So first, let's jump right into it here. So the notes that I have, and I'm going to have to read a little bit, but I've got notes here. I saw several different articles talking about this, and they all had their own spins. I'll put a couple links down below, but it's what we really need to see is the actual order. But in the past, when I've looked at executive orders, they're usually 1 page, they're not very detailed, and they're sort of they're just grandiose ideas. They're just like, hey, this is what we want to do, this would be great if we can accomplish this. It's a summary. It's not like the details, and the details with how the US is going to develop a policy on cryptocurrency, those are a lot of big details. So here's what we know. According to those who saw this, that the idea of the executive order is to support responsible innovation and coordinate it. The Treasury is going to coordinate this through a bunch of different agencies. So it's going to be interagency. So they're all going to be working about this. The National Economic Council was one that came out. Basically, everybody under the sun that touches finance is coming out and talking about cryptocurrency for the United States right now, because they kind of have to. It's just so much in the news now. They have to have a policy and a stance. So this is their first path towards it. And an executive order is just a document that the guy allegedly in charge signs. So it's, it has the power of a law, but this one doesn't seem to have any real teeth. It just seems to be a concept. So the Treasury's going to develop partnerships with a whole bunch of different agencies, and they're going to develop a report on the future of many different payment systems. And I think they're somewhere in the announcement that the current systems are antiquated. They did make a mention of that. They were going to address risks and illicit finance, protecting consumers and investors, preventing threats. Oh, this is the other one. This is a good one. Prevent threats to the financial system and broader economy from cryptocurrency. What does that mean? We'll have to see. So that's what the executive order is going to be. It's going to touch on 6 main things. So the 6 key areas that are going to be touched on, as I just mentioned: consumer and investor protection, financial stability, illicit activity, the U.S. competitiveness on a global stage, financial inclusion. Again, that seems like a platitude. That seems like, that's a great statement to make, but we'll talk about that in a moment. And responsible innovation. Now, one of the articles I saw picked up on this, and I think it was Biden himself who went out there and said that they were going to weigh the economic impact or the climate impact of some of these currencies, these cryptocurrencies, and advise accordingly. Now, what does all that mean? There's also one more thing, and this is also a big deal, and this is probably, I'm going to tie it all together in a moment. They're going to explore a digital US dollar, and there's going to be an urgency on research and development to consider the potential of a CBDC, a central bank digital currency. So how do I all piece this together? I see a lot of platitudes, and this is basically just a general position in cryptocurrency, because again, they have to. It's been in the news so much with Canada, Ukraine, Russia, all these different countries have talked about cryptocurrency or touching on it. But the real question is, what is this going to lead to? And I think what it's going to lead to, in my opinion, is that we're looking at the U.S. is going to, between, let's see, the responsible innovation, exploring the USDC, and not the illicit activity. I don't think that's really going to be, that's just a statement, but I think it's, what was it? It was the financial inclusion. So the financial inclusion, I picked up on that. So what I think is going to be happening soon is that they're going to be issuing they're going to be issuing this is the gateway to a central bank digital currency for the US. So there's going to be a digital dollar, much like China's already launched the digital yuan, and they already have a cryptocurrency. So the real question is going to be, what is the US response? This is the start of it. So the response is going to be to create a US digital currency, and for financial inclusion, this is where the app is going to come out, and the app is going to be given to everybody, and that's how everybody's going to get the new digital dollar, and that's going to lead to universal basic income. That's the financial inclusion part that I foresee that's going to happen. Also, what I think is going to happen is that so that's the part of the financial inclusion, but I think they're also going to have a little bit of exclusion and about checking out illicit activity and monitoring these things, much like what China does with their digital yuan. They're going to enact a social score or a social credit score of some kind tied to this app with the UBI. So imagine you wake up each day and you're like, the system is crumbling, but hey, we're going to launch a new currency called a USDC, and there'll be an incentive to use it. But there's also going to be catches, like you need to, you have to, like, I don't know if they're going to still require this, the jab. I don't know. They may. But they're going to be watching your behavior and how you spend, and they may ration the amount that you get accordingly, and it'll be based on your social credit score, and they'll be able to track all these USDC. So initially it'd be like, hey, we can pay you, like, for people that do automatic banking, like, and they get paid, they get their paychecks every 2 weeks. They may get, I'm just gonna pick a number, $2,000 a week. I'm sorry, every other week. Just like say they make 50 grand a year, 52, whatever. But they make they get essentially $2,000 every pay. They may get 2,200 or 2,400 or 2,500, and if they opt in to be part of this U.S. digital coin or whatever, FedCoin, whatever we're going to call it, and that'll be the central bank digital currency. And you only get through the app, and to get the money, there'll be a financial incentive to go get it, but you have to play by their rules. Whatever their rules are, and they're probably not going to be favorable to your own individuality and freedom. So that's my thoughts today. Also, I wanted to point out, I did not mention this earlier, but tonight is a free AMA. If you want to talk to me about this topic or any other topic, you can go on there, and it's going to be live at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to talk for up to an hour. I have a hard stop I have a call at 9. So it'll be an hour for free this week on here on YouTube, on the channel you're watching now. Just 2 hours from now, we can talk about crypto, we can talk about the economy, we can talk about anything we can talk about on the YouTube platform. So bear that in mind. There's some things we can't talk about on YouTube. That's what my Patreon is for. And of course, CryptoConfidential to go even further into the crypto world, but I won't go into that. So that's plenty said for today. What are your thoughts on where this is going? Let's see what the order says. I'll probably talk more about it tonight or even tomorrow. So, lots said today. I'm gonna close the drawer on the bureau, say follow leader. Hope to see you at 8 o'clock tonight, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.